So before we go a whole lot further, I want to give you a couple of numbers that we use as letters for sounds that we don't really have in English. The two that I'm going to give you today are the first two that I learned. I know there are more, but I haven't gotten there yet myself either. We're going to put the number 3 when there's a ah sound. Ah. So you would think it's an A sound, but it is much further back in the throat. So it's really slanted upward in my mind as far as the way it sounds phonetically. So ah. And it's almost an extra syllable on some of the ones we're going to add it to. So you usually pair it with an A as far as the way you're spelling it. And you'll see the way I've got it displayed spelling as well. So that's the number 3 for an ah, ah. And the example word for that would be like arba'a, arba'a. And that's going to be the number 4. But that sound in there isn't quite in English, so use the number 3. And another one we're going to use is the number 7. The number 7 is for a much breathier H. The way that we might use that might be in ahlan, ahlan. It's not just ahlan, it's ahlan, ah, ah. So it's much more of a breath than it is an actual H. You could use a double H, but really the number 7 is going to work well for you on this one. So we're going to start with some numbers, and now that we've got a couple numbers to use while we spell phonetically, we're going to actually count. So we're going to start from 1 to 10, and I'll have them written here so you can tell and follow along with me. Wahad, wahad, itnain, itnain, talata, talata, arba'a, arba'a, khamseh, khamseh, ستة ستة سبعة سبعة ثمانية ثمانية تسعة تسعة and عشرة عشرة. So those are 1 through 10. I'm going to repeat 1 through 10 and then we'll go up to 20. واحد اثنين ثلاثة أربعة خمسة ستة سبعة ثمانية تسعة عشرة 11 11 12 12 13 13 14 14 15 15 16 16 17 17 18 18 19 19 20 20. And from after 20 and all of your 10s after this, it's just going to be such as 1 and 20, 2 and 20. And so it's a little simpler. So once you get all your 10s and the 1 through 10, it's a lot simpler, and we'll go through that next. Okay, so we're going to learn our 10s, and then I'm going to give you the format for all the numbers in between. So we'll start with 10. عشرة عشرة عشرين عشرين ثلاثين ثلاثين أربعين أربعين خمسين خمسين ستين ستين سبعين سبعين ثمانين ثمانين تسعين تسعين and مية مية. So our formula here for the numbers in between would be, so say I'm 27, I would say أنا, I am, سبعة وعشرين, 7 and 20. So wa is a simple and you can kind of blur it because they'll know, it when you say it fast, you say 27 and 57 and things like that, and it's not like 50 and 7. You're not enunciating so much. But to start, you can obviously enunciate in saying wa in the number. So again, we can do like 34 would be arba'a wa talatin. Arba'a wa talatin. And you can kind of make a worksheet for yourself if you wanted to, and that's what I did, and it really helped. But also, I worked with a lot of students, and I would ask their ages. And so to ask the age, you could say kam umrak for a boy, or kam umrik for a girl. Kam umrik. Ana 27. How old are you? Is that what I just asked for myself? And I answered, I'm 27. So there's your little bit of formula there and a little phrase to kind of help you learn, maybe with your students, because that's a little more appropriate than asking all the adults how old they are, although they might tell you anyway.